Online, and welcome to our Love Does service. This is a service geared towards finding out how love is always moving, always active, always showing compassion, and always showing justice and mercy. And in a world that's becoming increasingly disconnected, it's a great time to be reminded that love does. What an amazing way to kick off our last weekend of Compassion Week. Throughout this entire service, we hope that you laugh, have fun, and have your heart stirred and inspired. And we hope that you can discover how you can put your love into action in your everyday life. A bit later in the service, we're going to have some fun by having a look at our very own Thrive Love Does slot, which we specially put together for tonight. Then we're going to end off with a funny bloopers reel, as we all need joy. But first, to help us to discover how we can put our love into action, we're going to kick off by watching a short teaching by Bob Goff on how love does. Bob Goff is the author of 2 best-selling books, Love Does and Everybody Always. He's also the founder of Love Does, a non-profit organization that fights for human rights and provides education to children in conflict zones for over 15 years. There is truly no one better to teach us on how to put our love into action. So let's take notes and watch this powerful teaching.
Well, hey, everybody. So I'm Bob. It's good to see you. I actually pulled in at 2 a.m. this morning. It was crazy. I stayed at this hotel. I usually spend most evenings with Sweet Marie. I spent all this time trying to get her to like me. I want to spend time with her. And so this happened one other time. It was in Oklahoma, and I got there at like 2 a.m. They gave me the key to the room, and I went up. I opened the door, threw all my stuff on the bed, and I turned on the light. You guys, there was a woman in the room. And she started screaming. She's like, "This is my room!" And look at the key. I'm like, "This is my room!" And I grabbed my bag and I ran. I felt like Joseph. But I love that we're together here. Whether you're watching online or you're one of the many campuses, I just hope that we could just give Jesus the whole room. Can we just say, like, this is his room for the next little bit and leave all the distractions behind? I don't think Satan wants to destroy us. I think he wants to distract us. And so what he does is he has our mind here so we're in proximity to each other, but we're not actually present. And I love through the singing, that just helps me get in the room. Are you that way? Literally. You know, of all the words they could call you in Scripture, they called you the bride of Christ. Isn't that awesome? Literally, guys, have you ever gone to a wedding and when the bride's walking down the aisle, you hold up a 4 and say, "I've seen better"? Like, no. Of course not. You know, the bride looks terrific. You know why? Because the groom knows everything about her. And he can't wait to spin for her. That's how Jesus feels about you. He can't wait to spend forever. I love that we're talking about being rich in love because there's a Father in heaven that's just nuts about you. Have you ever seen somebody that's taking a picture of somebody else and they're smiling? That's how God feels about you. He can't wait to spend forever with you. And what he does is he drops people into our life to remind us of how good God is and how good a relationship, how rich it can be to fall in love with each other, with somebody that you decide to marry. I fell in love with Sweet Maria Goff. Literally, she walked in the room. She was in there for 4 minutes. I'm like, yes, you will be mine, right? Guys are just like that. Well, it took a little while, but she finally said yes. So we got married, and you know what? We could not be more different. Literally, I get around people, I'm like, people! She thinks having me in the room's a lot of people. I'm like Tigger and she's the wise owl. But one of the things, when we got married, they said that two will become one. She thought we were going to become her. I'm like, oh, heck no. But I'm not trying to be like her, and she's not trying to be like me. We're trying to be like Jesus. And so wherever you are, you want to be rich in some of the relationships, quit trying to be like each other. If it's more important for us to be like each other, we'll never be like Jesus. Ephesians 4, live a life worthy of the calling you've received. Go be you. Want to do something awesome in the world? And here's the deal. This idea, oneness, doesn't mean sameness. Go be one. That's John 17. You read this book in the Bible, it's like having a glass up against the wall. And you get to hear Jesus talk to his dad. And he said, Father, it's like, if people want to understand what it's like between me and you, I want them to just see the way it's like between you and you. And if we get that right in our relationships and we quit trying to be like each other, we could return. You want to find a rich faith? Return to a childlike faith. Not childish, guys, we've got that nailed. But childlike. Literally, Sweet Maria and I, we just got a puppy. And the crazy thing, we're trying to housebreak this puppy. It's not working. The only thing it's missed so far is the lawn. But this dog is teaching us. It's reminding me about that earlier version. Tell me if I made a little clip. See if this reminds you of the earliest version of your faith. Here, can you look at that thing? Yes. Just going for it, you guys. Return to that. Find your child. Like two of Jesus's friends are arguing about who gets the big chair next to him. And he says, I'll tell you, unless you change and become like a child, you'll never enter the kingdom of God. I thought you just prayed a prayer. Evidently, there's more. It's a childlike faith. Oh, go find that, you guys. Don't let anything distract you. Don't let anybody trespass into this room. Like, just get in the room and say, we don't lead people to Jesus. Jesus leads people to Jesus. But we got to be in the room for it to happen. Find that childlike faith and you'll find a rich faith. You'll find a rich joy. I traveled to Uganda a lot. I just got back actually last week, and I never take the malaria meds. I mean, like, who needs them, right? Last time I was there, I got malaria. Almost killed me. I was in the ICU for a week and a half. You guys, we just got the bills, $140,000. I don't think it's covered. And I could have avoided the whole thing for a nickel pill and a half a glass of water. And some of the stuff that's distracting you, some of the stuff that's going on in your life, you could avoid that simply. Make your faith simple, but don't you dare make it easy, because faith isn't easy. From everything I'm reading, it'll kill you. But make your faith simple. Jesus is the smartest theologian ever to walk the earth. And he points to two sheep. And he says it's like when one of those gets away. Find just the simplest version. The place I go to find like kind of that renewal and all this. We have a place, Sweet Marie and I have been working on it. It took us 22 years to build it. It's really remote. It's at the end of this inlet in Canada. Our nearest neighbor is 10,000 square miles away. Isn't that crazy? We make our electricity off a glacier on the property. We raise our own vegetables. We catch salmon in the river. It's terrific. We're off the grid. And one of the ways to be rich in your faith, be rich in your relationships, is to find a time of rest. Some of you are going Mach 5, your hair's on fire. What we need to do is find rest. And there's something beautiful that happens. Just like the smallest little critter in all of Africa attacked me, a mosquito. Jesus talked about how small things become big things. Remember, it's in Mark 4. He talked about a mustard seed. He said it's the smallest of seeds. I'm a lawyer, I had to check. It's not. The Peruvian orchid is the smallest, 4/1,000,000th of an ounce. But here's the deal. The story wasn't about the seed. It was about what it turned into. And it became a tree that gave people rest. People, you want to go find a rich faith again? You want to go find, when you lose your car keys, what do? You say, where did I see them last? Where did you find your joy last? Oh, go return to that. There's this verse in the Song of Songs. Not that verse. It's awesome. But there's another verse. And it says this, my beloved is mine and I am his. I mean, that's simple. Is there more to your faith than that? Oh, heck yeah. Don't worry about it. Just start. If you're far away, if you've been far away from Jesus for a long time, just return to him. Find, well, where did you see your faith last? If you're really never been tighter, that's terrific. Spread that, give that away to people, but know what love is. We've got 3 kids, Richard, Lindsay, and Adam. Well, I wanted Lindsay to be a nun, but she decided she was gonna date guys. And in high school, I said, when a guy asks you out on a date or asks you to the prom, I want you to ask him, what's your definition of love? And because he's a guy, he won't know. So go home and figure out what love is and come back when you know what it is. And if he comes back and tells you it's like butterflies, you can get that from bad pizza. Like, love is sacrifice and commitment. It's that you want to go find a rich faith again, go figure out what love is and go do a bunch of that. And you don't need a bunch. Just be available. I wrote this book, Love Does. Actually, this publisher said, will you write a book? I said, I don't know. Will you build a school? I'll trade you. 1 school for 1 book. And they said, okay, well, how big's the school? And I said, all right, there's about 1,000 child soldiers in northern Uganda and 40 teachers. And they said, big school. I said, big book. And on the last page of the book, there was a little bit of room. And I was thinking about how Jesus was available to everybody, right? Somebody pulled on his shirt. He's like, who was that? It's a little guy in a sycamore tree. He's like, lunch on you. He had time for everybody. But I was getting less available. So I said, could I put my cell phone on the last page of the book? They looked at me like I was on drugs. I'm like, well, now I have to. Not go on drugs, but put my cell phone number on the last page of the book. You guys, there's 1.5 million people that have my cell phone number, and I don't send anybody to voicemail. It's awesome. I get 100 calls a day. I can't get a thing done. It's terrific. Hey, because when somebody calls me and I say hello, I've just answered every single question they have about you and about me. People just want to know if it's really true. And you guys, all you have to do is just say hello. Do that. Literally go for 1 week. Don't send anybody to voicemail. And if this is going to wreck your life, you don't have to change your ringtone to a rooster crowing, and on the 3rd ring, you've denied Christ. Didn't like that. But here's the deal. People don't follow vision. They follow availability. You want to be rich in love? Be rich in time. Give it away like you're made of this stuff. Following Jesus means a life of constant interruptions. Oh, go get interrupted all the time. And you know what? People look right through you and they'll see God. It's crazy how that works. Well, we've been going around building schools with all this money from this book, which cracks me up because my worst subject in school was school. But it turns out I'm pretty good at starting them. So we've got them in Iraq and Somalia and Uganda, all over the place. And I got a call from a sultan. I've never gotten a call from a sultan before. And he asked me if I'd come to his country and build a school. I'm like, build your own school. So, but he invited me to his palace. Now, you got to understand, I start off every single morning with a latte. You know, they make little like leaves in the foam. I'm easily impressed. And while he invites me to the palace, I'm like, yes. I get there, you guys, check this out. He put his palace on the latte. I'm like, buddy, you are so insecure. And then he took a tablespoon of 14 karat gold and he put it across the top. People, we are paying way too much for gas. And he said, if you drink the gold, it'll make you look young again. I'm like, liar! But do you want to be rich in your faith? Be generous in your time and give away your very best to people. Don't give the leftovers. Give them your best. And because you know what love is, it's commitment and it's sacrifice. I'm the consul general for the Republic of Uganda. Isn't that awesome? I'm not the US guy to Uganda. I'm the Ugandan guy to the US. I mean, go figure that one out. I walk into embassies like, where's the Ugandan guy? I'm like, I'm the Ugandan guy. And if you come to my house in San Diego, the flag of Uganda flies over my house. Isn't that awesome? It looks like Germany got together with a peacock, but that's it. And my house looks like every other house on the block, but it's not. Because where the consul general lives and the flag of Uganda flies, it's Uganda. Isn't that crazy? I'm the diplomatic mission of a foreign government to the United States. You know the coolest thing about being like the consul general? I have diplomatic immunity. I could kill you, literally, I could. And we fly under the banner of Christ. And it changes everything. Or it changes nothing. It can't just change a couple things, but it can change a couple things at a time. So family of God, beloved, what's it gonna be for you? What's one thing you're gonna move? Well, I'm kind of a quirky guy. Are you guys picking up on that? Yeah, I have pants like all of you guys do. And if I wanna hang on to something, I put it in my right pocket. But I've got no left pockets. Literally, if I put something in my left pocket, literally, it's like a bad magic trick. It'll end up in my shoe. And you know why? Because I want to be reminded in the simplest way that your faith and mine is the sum of everything we're hanging on to and everything we're willing to let go of. It's that simple. What are you hanging on to? What's distracting you? Who hurt your feelings? Who broke your heart? What business deal went south? And you're walking around with that stuff and you're giving that the room. And Jesus says, I want the room. Move it from here to here. It's only 18 inches. Okay, 20. But literally, Paul wrapped it up beautifully in Galatians 5. He said this, that the only thing that counts is your faith expressed in love.
What an incredible teaching from Bob Goff on how to be rich in love and put it into action. Bob ended off by asking one profound question. What's the one thing you can do to express love? And if you're watching this tonight and you're looking for a way to respond and to show love, can I encourage you to be part of our compassion drop-off tomorrow on Mandela Day at both of our campuses. This is a fantastic time for us to put our love into action in 3 meaningful ways. Blood at either one of our campuses. The South African National Blood Services will be on campus throughout the day, and all social distancing and strict health measures will be taken. Your blood donation provides 1 pint, which could save 3 lives. I can't think of a better act of love than that. Secondly, you can come over to either campus to drop off a box filled with groceries and toiletries that you've been building this week. And thirdly, maybe you didn't pick up a box last Saturday at the Compassion drive-thru, but you'd still love to drop off groceries and toiletries. You're more than welcome to do that too. Generosity is the main expression of love. So be a part of the Compassion drop-off at either campus throughout Mandela Day. Let's show that our love does. Speaking of love does and being generous, as a church we thought we'd do just that over the last week. Have a look at this. Hey church, well, as we've been learning about in this service, love does. And there's no better way to show love than by doing random acts of kindness, which we'll be doing today. We've got 6 amazing families in our church, 6 people who we're going to be blessing. And so we've got 6 gifts in the car. They have no idea that we're on our way to bless them. And so let's have a look at what's going to happen and their reactions. I can't wait. Let's go. We are busy filming our Love Does service, and basically in this service we're going to be honoring a whole bunch of our amazing families from both of our campuses. And so the whole point is just to honor people who maybe have gone through a bit of a tough time in this season, and we want to just show them love, show them how much they mean to us as a church. And so we're on our way to a fantastic family from our Edenvale campus, the Peters family, and that is Greg and Leanne. Greg plays in our worship team in our Edenvale campus, and Leanne is in our hospitality team, and their son Liam also serves in our production team. So we're just going to honor Leanne today. She's an amazing woman. She has had some health difficulties in the few months past. She's at the doctor often on a weekly basis, and that's just how she has to handle her health issues at the moment. So we just want to honor her, show her some love. Okay, so just to show everyone, we've just arrived at one of our places, but we don't think they live there. So we've now found the correct place, and we're just going to do a little bit of a U-turn. Alright, so Leanne is coming out to see us. Hey Lee! No, this is, we'll give a little. We just got you a gift box. There's some vouchers in there and some spoils so that you can spoil yourself.
Thank you.
And we just want to say thank you for who you are. Thank you for being so faithful, you and your whole family, to serving at Thrive. And we love you, and we just wanted to bless you and give you something special.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And now we're on our way to one of our Boksburg congregants, Hannelie. So Hannelie has served in a few different areas. She's amazing, and she's just had a baby boy whose name is Donovan. And they just had a few difficulties with Donovan straight after he was born. So he was in ICU for a little bit. And recently, in the last couple of weeks, they were able to bring him home. So that's super special. Yeah, so we've got some gifts for baby Donovan, some essentials, some cute clothing to spoil them with and let them know that we love them. Woohoo! First time. Hello.
How are you?
Yeah, good, thanks to you.
Good.
Awesome. This is just something from us for you and for baby Donovan, just to say that we love you and we care for you, and we know that this hasn't been the easiest season for you.
Yeah.
But we are praying for you and we're here for you, and we love you. So thank you for all you mean to us as a church, and yeah, we just love you.
Thank
Awesome.
you. Thank you.
Cool. Have a great one. Bye. So we're on our way to the Vary family. That's Rhoda, Alistair, and Taryn. And for most of us who know them from our Boksburg campus. Rhoda was diagnosed with lupus a few years ago, and they've just gone through a really tough season as a family, but still they have been so faithful throughout it all, and they are just an incredible family with so much joy despite their circumstances. We have arrived at the Varys. Hi! How are you doing? We just wanted to honor you all as a family. Just a few spoils for you, and there's some book vouchers so that you can spoil yourself, and of course some pamper products for the girls. So good. We love you all. So we are now on our way to Nana, and for those of us who know her really well, we affectionately call her Mommy Nana, because she is definitely a mother to many people in the church, young and old. And so we are going to honor her. Mommy Nana is a matron nurse at our local hospital, and she has been doing that for years. So we can't wait to see her in a little bit. We're nearly there, and we can't wait to honor her. Just so that you know, we're not going to see her directly, just because she is on the front line. She asked that she wants to protect us as well, so she doesn't want us to be too close, because obviously she's exposed to COVID every day. So we're gonna give her a phone call, we're gonna chat to her, and then we'll leave her gift outside and she'll come and collect it from us. I'm gonna put you on speakerphone just so that everyone can hear.
Okay, I'm coming.
So we just wanted to say we would love you and we honor you, and we thank you for what you're doing, not only for our country but for who you are to us as at Thrive Church. And so we've given you a whole bunch of beauty products and a spa voucher so that you know how much we love you and how much we appreciate you. So thank you, Mama Nana.
Thank you so much, and so also love you guys.
I'm going to leave it here for you, okay?
Yeah, thank you.
Awesome. We love you. Mwah, 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 mwah. We are on a pickup, not a delivery, for Seattle. And I just have to say that I think Thrive Church has an unhealthy obsession with coffee. Matt, what's your favorite Seattle coffee?
Butterscotch.
Yes! Mine too! Butterscotch latte in our face. That is where we're going. Seattle, now a butterscotch latte. So this should make us cleverer. U-turn for the win, but luckily when you've got a fast car you can do it. Oh, sorry, Glenn. Can I just tell you that thing? Sorry, man. We are going to see one of our amazing Edenvale families, Praveen Moodley, and he's married to Edith, and they have 2 children, Josh and Chloe, and they all serve at high capacities. We're going to honor Praveen. He's just gone through a tough time with the loss of his dad. And so we just wanted to let them know that we're thinking of them as a family, and so we're going to spoil him with some a book, some goodies to eat and to spoil himself with, and just so that they know that we're thinking of them, and that we see them. Okay. Hello, how are you doing? Hi, Edith. Well, this is just a gift for you, Praveen.
Thank you.
Just to honor you Thank you for all you do for us at our Edenvale campus.
Oh, thank you so much.
And we know that you've recently gone through a tough season, so we just wanted to bless you and let you know that we're thinking of you. So there's a whole bunch of goodies in there for you to
Thank you so
enjoy. It's just one of these. How close do you have to be? Awesome. So now we are going to our last drop-off, and that is for Amanda and Calvin from our Edenvale campus, and they're just an amazing couple. Amanda is one of our barristers, and she makes amazing coffee, and Calvin is in our worship team. The reason why we want to honor them today is they have just started fostering 2 children, and we just want to show them some love, and we've got gifts for them and gifts for the kids, which we are just going to bless them with. So it's going to be really, really awesome. Hey Calvin, how are you? Good, thanks. Yes, we are. Just wanted to give you guys a small gift.
Oh, cool.
Just to bless you guys, and so there's some things for the kids in there, and for you as well.
Thank you so much.
Just to say that we honor you, thank you for all you do for our church, but also in this new season we wanted to just gift you with something that can help you guys and bless you guys for what you're doing. So it's really, really awesome.
Amazing.
Well, we've just finished off all of our drop-offs, and we've just had the most amazing time sharing love and doing what Jesus did, and that is loving people, honoring people, showing them kindness during tough seasons. Thank you to these amazing volunteers for being who you are, for your faithfulness, for your always willing to go the extra mile, and we love you and we appreciate you. So this is a wrap of Love Does 2020, and it's been an absolute privilege and honor to do it. How beautiful was that, church? That's what it looks like when we put our love into action. Another powerful thing that love does is love laughs. And more specifically, we should learn to laugh at ourselves. So to end off this service, we're going to watch a Thrive Online bloopers reel. These are all the funny moments that don't make it into Thrive Online. Proverbs tells us that a cheerful spirit is good medicine, and there's no doubt that these bloopers will cheer you up. Here we go.
In a world of lockdown, where we were forced to enjoy church from our couches, a brave few were chosen to lead us through this time. Men and women made of steel, amazing communication skills, and better yet, a people who strive for perfection in speech. We introduce you to...
The Thrive Avengers? Is that the best we can do? All right.
The Thrive Ventures.
I don't know what to do, Manny. What must I do?
Must I hold my hands here while he's talking, or what must I do?
Yeah, I don't know what to do with my hands, that's all.
Short. This.
Dot shot.
One of the bonuses of being a Christian in this one is.
Hi church, as you can see I'm wearing a beanie today, and the reason for this isn't because it's cold or anything. It's simply because my hair looks so bad and I'm in desperate need of a haircut. So no one should be seeing my hair right now at this state. That's why it should be. And the reason for this isn't because it's cold or anything. It's simply because my hair is looking so bad and I'm in desperate need of a haircut.
They made a blanket from the plane's carpet, stuffed it with clothes and some other things like...
It has a great atmosphere. But just imagine for a second, why is it so fast?
And so tonight I'd like to help us get rid of...
You have a choice to get through whatever comes your way. He's always taught me be...
Dame la ciencia.
Let it be known this is Casey's best.
I was like, is it me? Is it not me?
Sounding good.
Aw. She just pooped you.
Hey, I need to be serious.
Clicked on the New to Thrive tab that came up on a comments feed, and it took me to a very short film that took me super quick to film. I want to keep on saying film.
If you're watching on our Church Online platform, you can click on the Giving tab on the right-hand corner above me, which will take you directly to holders on the side of your seats.
Holders on the side of your seats.
Got competencies available.
I don't have one.
I
don't have one.
Forcing them to survive on melted snow. Water for breakfast, water for lunch, water for supper.
What's supple? If you prefer the first option, you must raise one hand, and if you prefer the second option, raise two hands. So for example, would you rather have a relaxing on the beach holiday or a hike? Would you rather have a relaxing on the beach holiday or a hiking?
Details for both our Edenvale and Boxburg campuses have just come up on the screens, as well as our QR codes for SnapScan, which you can scan right now on the screens as I speak.
Codes for SnapScan, which you can scan right now on the screen as I speak.
For SnapScan, comma. Does he have a comma?
There are so many ways that...
So many ways.
The city governor, Sikhulile Duma, is running for his third chance to get into office. Will he get it?
Welcome to Thrive News. I'm your anchor, Sikhulile Duma.
And I am Amy Jane.
So today...
With COVID-19 upon us, we cannot gather together physically, and cake will not hold us back. A new way to gather, a community online, a community that loves, cares, and won't blink an eyelid to bring you the best online experience. So wherever you find yourself, on the couch, in the kitchen, or on your bed, the Thrive Ventures will be there.
What a great service we've had together tonight. We're so looking forward to seeing you again tomorrow at the Compassion drop-off at either our Edenvale or Boksburg campuses. Invite friends and family to come along, and together let's be the church and let's show that love does. Enjoy your evening, church.